Hello there everyone, this is Ringside Predictions. I'm GrimmChorizo, and this is where I give you my predictions for the upcoming pay-per-view in WWE. We've actually got two this weekend, NXT Takeover Brooklyn and Summerslam. So let's go ahead and start with the predictions for NXT Takeover. Ember Moon is making her debut, and she'll be taking on Billie Kay. Now, Ember Moon looks awesome. I've loved all the vignettes they've been doing. It's got a very fantasy and Dungeons & Dragons thing, which is perfect for me because I love that shit. And she just seems badass. I haven't seen her wrestle outside of little clips, but she seems awesome. I think she's definitely going to win her debut against Billie Kay, and we're going to get to see what she's all about, so I'm excited. Aries versus No Way Jose. This one was a little hard for me to predict, but I'm going to go with No Way Jose. These two have been feuding for a little over a month, maybe 2 months. It's kind of hard to remember exactly, but Aries officially turned heel by attacking No Way Jose, and hasn't really done much since, he beat, who did he fight at the last takeover? Oh, he lost to Nakamura. So he does kind of need a win on a takeover, but I don't think he's going to get it here. I think No Way Jose is going to get the win in some form of, not like a cheating fashion, but he's going to, maybe get a roll-up or a quick win on Aries, which is going to cause Aries to freak out, and they'll probably have a rematch on NXT TV within the coming weeks. But I'm going to predict No Way Jose. Bobby Roode making his glorious NXT TV debut against Cien Olmus. His name is Andrade Cien Olmus, but I'm just calling him Cien Olmus, so fuck it. I think Bobby Roode is going to get the glorious victory over Cien Olmus. Now, Olmus is very entertaining in the ring. He's very impressive, but he hasn't done shit since debuting at the last takeover. I don't see Bobby Roode losing his first match, especially on a takeover. I think Bobby Roode's getting the win, especially with, how big of a buzz he has, especially with his entrance music, which is just glorious. But I think it should be a good match. Both are good. I'm really excited to see what they do with Bobby Roode. I like that he's got a character. I like that he is, good on the mic, good in the ring. So, yeah, I think Bobby Roode gets the win. The Revival defending the NXT Tag Team titles against Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. I think that the Revival are going to drop the titles here to Gargano and Ciampa. They won them back at the last takeover, and really, I feel the Revival has won me over because they've been showing more personality in their promos, and it's not just so one-dimensional. They're still not super charismatic or anything, but that's also part of their, that's part of what you like about them. They aren't the best talkers, but they have got to show a little bit of humor, in my opinion, saying they're the top guys, and just, they've been cutting some funny promos backstage and whatnot, so they've made me like them more. But I do think they're going to drop the titles here mainly because I think the Authors of Pain are going to get fast-tracked to the NXT tag titles, and I think that they're going to need some faces to beat. So why not give it to Gargano and Ciampa, who have been super impressive with the Cruiserweight Classic, but that also raises the question, will they be singles competitors? Will they go to the Raw Cruiserweight division? I don't know. Maybe they'll do the Raw Cruiserweight division as well as be the NXT Tag Team title holders. But I'm going to go with Gargano and Ciampa in a hell of a match. Might be best match of the night. Asuka versus Bayley, a rematch from NXT TakeOver Dallas. So I think Asuka's going to win. This feud has been very, very nicely built up. We've gotten to see a side of Bayley that we haven't got to see ever before. A serious fire. She's serious. It's really cool to see. And Asuka is, I wouldn't say she's full on heel, but she's showing that she is, she has a very dark side. She can just destroy people, and she enjoys it. And she wants Bayley to fear her. So I've really enjoyed the build-up to this feud. I think the match is going to be even better than the one at Dallas, but I think Asuka is going to win, retain the NXT title, and that Bayley will be going up to the main roster very shortly. In the main event, Samoa Joe defending the NXT Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura. This match should be awesome. I don't think these two have ever competed against each other. I could be completely wrong about that, but either way, it's going to be very exciting to see the two go against each other. I've never seen it. I think Shinsuke Nakamura gets the win. I just can't see him losing. He's gone undefeated since debuting, and he's the type of guy who I see them keeping undefeated for a while. Joe could pull out the win, but I think Nakamura is going to win the NXT Championship. I don't think Samoa Joe is going to be going up to the main roster yet, but I do think he's dropping the title here. So yeah, I'm really excited for TakeOver. I had kind of fallen off around, middle of June, beginning of July on NXT. I wasn't watching every week because it just wasn't holding my attention as much, but I'm I'm back full into it because they're starting to use more developmental talent. A lot of the guys are up on the main roster who should have been there, and I just felt like the stories and the feuds have held my attention more, so I'm very excited for TakeOver. But let's go ahead and talk about SummerSlam. SmackDown match, Becky Lynch, Carmella, and Naomi versus what would have been Alexa Bliss, Eva Marie, and Natalya, but Eva Marie got suspended for 30 days. This kind of plays into her character of not being able to, compete, but at the moment it's listed as a 3-on-2 handicap match. I think that they're probably not going to do it like that. They're probably going to either make it just a 2-on-2, or they're going to add a new partner for the heels. I think that the heels will win. I think Alexa, Natalya, and somebody will win. I think that somebody is going to be Nikki Bella, who is cleared to return. I think she's going to come in, debut on the SmackDown roster, and help the heels win this match. If it's not Nikki, I could see it being Emma, but I don't think that she's cleared to return yet. So I think it'll be somebody is going to show up and team with Alexa and Natalya, and that team will get the win. ZoneCast taking on the team of Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens. This should be an entertaining match. This feud has been cool. I'm liking to see Jericho and Kevin Owens teaming up officially. They've got great chemistry. They're hilarious, and they're great in the ring. And I actually think that ZoneCast are going to lose to Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens. I think the feud will go on a little bit longer, and I think that Jericho will get the win this one. Cesaro vs. Sheamus. They are starting a best-of-7 series, and it starts here at SummerSlam. Here's my thing. The two have had 2 matches over the past few weeks. Cesaro won both of them. Why not just say that the best-of-7 had already started? Because they have great matches, don't get me wrong. But 7 matches, that's quite a bit, and we've already seen 2 of them, and Cesaro already got the win. So to me, it seems like, in kayfabe, Mick Foley's like, I really want Sheamus to win this thing. So we're going to start a best-of-7 now that Cesaro's already won twice. But I think it's going to be a good match, but I think here at SummerSlam, Sheamus is going to win and start off the best-of-7 with a win. I'd like to see Cesaro win, but I think Cesaro will win the entire series, but I think Sheamus gets the first and probably second win here at SummerSlam. The New Day defending the WWE Tag Team titles against Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. This feud now has been basically based around destroying people's balls. That's Gallows and Anderson's new thing, but hey, they're getting to show some character, they're getting to be kind of entertaining, so I'm all for it. I think that Gallows and Anderson are finally going to win the tag team titles, and the New Day are finally going to lose them. Don't get me wrong, I love New Day as champs. They've held them for nearly a year now, so close. But I think Gallows and Anderson are going to take the titles here. The Miz defending the Intercontinental Championship against Apollo Cruz. I think Apollo Cruz is going to get the win here. I'd actually like to see The Miz retain and hold it for at least 200 days. I think I've talked about this in videos before, but there hasn't been an Intercontinental Champion who's held the title for more than 200 days since 2004, and I believe it was Shelton Benjamin. I just want it to show that the Intercontinental title is not just the hot potato title. And I think Miz would be a good one to hold it for 200 days, just keep cheating, keep doing, cheap ways of getting out of matches and getting the win, and just hold it for at least 200 days, just to have a reign in the record book that's 200 days again. But I think Apollo Cruz is going to win it here. It's kind of to solidify and show that this is a new era, that SmackDown's all about the new talent and whatnot. So I think Cruz is going to get the win, whether I think he's ready or not. Don't get me wrong, he's great. I just think there needs to be more character. But the match should be good, and I think Cruz will get the win. Rusev defending the United States Championship against Roman Reigns. We already saw this match on Raw. Roman beat Rusev already in a 25-minute match. It was boring. Rusev beat down on Roman, and then Roman came back and won with 2 moves. I think that Roman's going to win again. Now, on Wrestling Roundup, I talked about and ranted how I thought it was so dumb that they had them give away this match already on Raw. I think it's fucking stupid. But they did it for some reason. But we're going to see it again, which makes me think that it's going to be different. It's going to be shorter. It's going to be very short. I think Roman is going to beat Rusev. He's going to take the U.S. title, and I think it's going to be, I don't want to say a squash match, but I think it's going to be short. I think that it's going to be just a quick match that Roman wins. Sasha Banks versus Charlotte for the Women's Championship. The first night of the new Raw with the brand split, Sasha Banks defeated Charlotte to become the Women's Champ, and now she's defending it against Charlotte here at SummerSlam. Their match on Raw was amazing, and I think that this match will be just as good, but I think Sasha Banks retains. She just won the title, and I think she's got a pretty lengthy reign ahead of her. John Cena versus AJ Styles, their second singles match. The first one was at Money in the Bank at Battleground. They had the 6-man tag. So at Money in the Bank, AJ won. At Battleground, Cena's team won. And here, this is the thing. Cena always does these feuds. It's multiple things, and Cena usually, loses the first one, or loses the second one, but then comes back and wins it all. I think that trend is going to be broken, and AJ Styles is going to win again against Cena here. So Cena will not have a singles victory against AJ Styles. Styles needs this win. Alright? I really, really think he does. Then he can go on to, fight for the world title going on. Cena can afford the loss for sure. And I think that Styles will defeat him here at SummerSlam. Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar. The only inter-promotional match. We got Randy Orton on SmackDown, Brock Lesnar on Raw. This match will probably headline the show. I'd rather it be one of the titles, but I think Brock Lesnar wins. I don't think there's any question about it. I'd like Orton to win. Lesnar's gotten pretty stale, kind of lame, but he's going to win because he's Lesnar. So hopefully the match is good, and hopefully it's not just a bunch of fucking suplexes and an RKO. I'd like to see really good back and forth, more moves than just suplexes, and, the story's obviously built around if Orton hits that RKO that it's going to be over, and that Brock likes to suplex people, but I'd just like to see a little more than that. The main event for SmackDown. Dean Ambrose defending the WWE World Championship against Dolph Ziggler. The build for this match has been phenomenal. The best built-up match for SummerSlam, in my opinion, for sure. They've made me care about Dolph Ziggler. They've gotten me, interested in him again, which I have not been for years. I don't think he's going to win here. I think Dean Ambrose will retain and continue on his world title reign. But I think that Ziggler will turn heel shortly after this, and the feud will continue. But this match should be great. The storytelling is going to be great. The storytelling and the build has been great so far. And I'm very excited for it. In Raw's main event, the Universal Championship. We don't know what the title looks like, but it is a brand new title. It's Seth Rollins taking on Finn Balor. This match is going to be phenomenal as well. I honestly haven't loved the story and the build for this, but the match is going to be great. It's kind of hard to predict. I'm wearing my Seth Rollins shirt, but I'm going to be wearing my Finn Balor shirt on Sunday. I'm fine with either one winning, but I'm going to say that Finn Balor wins the Universal Championship. Kind of like I was talking about Apollo Cruz, to solidify that it's a new era. It's a new title, so give it to a new talent, and the reign might not be long and stuff, but if this is also, he's going to be the Demon King or whatever, in that, painted form, they can't have him lose his first main roster and main event match in that form. So I think Finn Balor wins. What I'd like to see happen is a double turn where Seth Rollins enters heel, leaves face, Finn Balor enters face and leaves heel. We have Gallows and Anderson come in and destroy Seth Rollins, helping Finn get the win, and it solidifies a heel turn for Finn, and it puts the Bullet Club back together. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think that Finn is just going to win, and yeah, he'll be the first Universal Champion. So yeah, those are my predictions for SummerSlam and NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. I'm very excited for both. I think that they both have a potential to be amazing shows. I guess we're just going to have to see. So thanks for watching, and I hope you'll come back next week for whatever's next. I think it's Backlash. Maybe it's Clash of Champions. I don't know, because now there's going to be more. There's going to be Raw and SmackDown shows. But guess we'll have to see. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks again for watching.